What's up, y'all? So this is a message for all my dreamers, all my folks with gifts and talents and skills that are definitely from the Lord, definitely part of your calling, but you've just went through seasons of rejection, seasons of feeling inadequate, like you have no value, like you're unseen, nobody cares, and like you've been hidden, like for some reason people just don't see your worth, your talents, your gifts, and value and all of those things. This message is for you because it's time to pick those gifts back up and put your hand to the plow, because God is getting ready to use them. He was always planning to. You just weren't prepared for the blessing you've been praying for the big break you've been praying for. You weren't ready for what's to come, because when you are chosen by God and you're handpicked by God, you're separated. He doesn't send you into these industries to blend in with them, but to stand out and to make a difference, to challenge the rooms that you're in and not to conform to them. And God is a God where if you're going to use those gifts for Him, then you better look like His gifts, like they're from Him. There better not be no perversion in any of the pure things that He is letting you represent Him by and with, and that includes your lifestyle. You really have to look like the part and be the part. And I'm just here to tell you, pick it back up. Because if you went through the pruning season, the wilderness, and letting Him revamp your life, break it, destroy it, but revamp it, and renew you, then this time it's going to be different. This time it's going to be very different, because this time His power will be backing you up. This time His power will be opening the doors. It's not going to be a you thing, because whether you know it or not, He's already been putting you on the minds of the right people and in the hearts of the right people. He's already been letting your name be in those rooms, making way for you and creating positions for you that are actually new positions. Because the day and age that we're in, He's moving in a new way. It calls for a new wave of things. And more than anything, this is the time to check yourself and to remind yourself that it's not by you. It's not going to be by anything other than God. Anything other than God. Because you are the light in the world. And you're going into places where you really don't qualify for. But because God set you aside like Moses and trained you and told you who you were, and He's tested you and you've been passing the test, and you know that He's it's going to be so different, you guys. So don't worry about nothing. Just continue to keep your eyes on God, because He's going to do it, and you are going to use those gifts. And believe me, what He's about to do, you could have never dreamed up yourself. You could have never imagined. You could have never thought of. Nobody could ever spoken it into your life or tell you, because this is about to be completely God. None of us and all of Him. So I'm just here to say, keep your hopes up, your expectations up, and get back to those dreams and those gifts and those talents, because God is going to use them in ways, like I said, you could have never imagined. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, neither could it be in a man's heart. Neither has it entered into a man's heart, the things that God is going to do with you. So let go of your past. It's a fresh start, because this time you're going with God. And if we know anything about God, all that is required is a yes to Him and an amen. Yes to His will, yes to His wants, yes to His ways, yes to His plans, and amen. in obedience, but that comes with your yes. Like if you're going to say yes, show up as your yes. As in, God, this might not look like what you said or what you've been showing me, but I know that if I'm here, it's because you're doing something. So instead of being fearful, instead of being confused, instead of needing to know all the information, just continue to say yes, God, and amen, because God has a plan, and it's wilder than you could have ever imagined, and you will be satisfied because now you're going in there with the fulfillment that came from Jesus and not of the world. Your identity has always been in Jesus dying for you on the cross. Not your gifts, not your talents, not your calling, not your purpose. Your worth has always been that Jesus laid down his life for you. But if we want to take it a step further, it goes back to God being in heaven, coming down in the flesh, right, for you. A God who is on a throne coming to this wicked earth, this messed up earth for you, enduring all the sins of the world for you. That is where your worth comes from. Your identity is in God and God alone, not the world, not this people, not what you can do, but who you are, and that is the child of the Most High. So when he sends you, don't get confused, but be reassured that God wouldn't have chose you unless he knew you were the one for the job. And that goes back to what I was saying about Jesus, right? God didn't pick another human to fulfill what he needed done. He did it himself because he didn't have time for all this run around and these mess ups and these conversations back and forth. You know what I'm saying? He did it himself because he knew that he was the one for the job like that. Just like he knows that you are the job for what he's calling you to. Just like he knew that Moses was the one for the job to free the people, right? From Egypt. He said that. And so he knows what you come with. Moses said, but I have a stuttering problem. I'm not the one. And God says, but you are. You are. So I'm telling you, you are the one. You got this. And how do I know you got this? Because this time you are not going alone. You are going with God. All right, y'all. Be blessed and have a wonderful night.